Hello you guys, tuning in from a pretty special spot here in Paris, which are the Lutèce Arena. So I'll be shifting my phone around so you get to see it. It's this place that was reserved for combat and celebrations of a quite, well, bloody sort, let's say. And it's curious to me that I'm here and there are mostly tourists actually visiting the place right now. It's not something that, Parisians, I guess, spend too much time considering in their own history and what this culture was actually anchored in. And there is a strong resurgence of, Celtic movements throughout Europe and especially in England and Wales and Scotland and Ireland, and there's still an aliveness of those traditions here in France as well, especially in Brittany and other parts of the country too that they're not entirely oblivious, let's say, to their Celtic past. And I know that very often that Celtic heritage is being looked at through the lens only of the joyous celebrations that happen year-round. And I feel it's so important to create a balance as to how we approach these traditions, not to recreate a form of distorted paradigm, because they were not all smooth and some parts of it were extremely violent. The Celts were quite a strong warrior-like ensembles of people, and the interesting thing as well is what we call now like Celticism is actually an assembly of many different tribes from very different parts of Europe. Many of them didn't speak the same language, and we are creating this vast assimilation when truly it does require a little bit more adjustment of the site in order to really discern what is real to where I'm from, or to the part of the land or history that I'm interested in. So as with everything, a grain of salt is advised so that we don't start embellishing something of the past that also had its contradictions and also had, its density in a way. And it's when we can acknowledge all aspects that we're better able to transmute that and to really retain what's important ultimately. And, the underneath aspects of the Celtic traditions, which were very geared towards the honoring of the cycles of nature, part of their rituals were in alignment and in honoring of all of life. I feel that's something to remember as well nowadays. They were warlike in many ways.